Hi guys, welcome back to the evening edition of the Small Barn Workshop. Like a lot of us around Europe this week, we're absolutely sweltering under a intense heat wave. Today it was 38 degrees in here. It's now 21:32 or just after 9:30 in old money, and it is 92 degrees, about 34 degrees Celsius. Coming in here at this time of night is the only really way I can work in here because it's just too hot during the day. I don't annoy my neighbours too much with the machines because everybody's doing the same. Everybody's doing their jobs. The farmers seem to be doing their jobs in the field over there at this time of night. I was buzzing around the field the other day with their lights on at about 1 AM. So it's come at a really good opportune week that Vevor has decided to send me this little weather station. I was a little bit excited about this. I didn't really want to wait till the morning, so I thought I'd open it up this evening, have a quick look at it, take the instructions out so I can read the instructions when I have my cup of cocoa. I hope we can make a little woodworking project out of this. So let's open it, see what's in the box. Oh wow, there is a lot of instructions. And how many times do you see me opening a box and say, there's a lot of instructions? Actually, that's all in English. German. Station météorologique en français. Keep that one. And a quick start guide, which is 2 pages. Just out of interest, if it's page numbered, there is 59 pages. There's a lot of stuff. That seems to be the crux of it. Install battery pack before removing this film. Remove before use. A little spirit level on there. Spirit levels and joiners, what could possibly go wrong? Maybe a mounting bracket. A little triple ice cream spoon. I think that's a wind speed indicator. I'm guessing this goes on one of them. One of them. Another one of them, but a bit smaller. A power pack. Oh, the main event, we'll have a look at that in a minute. A little arrow to point to the nearest pub. Screwdriver, Allen key, some bolts and some plugs and screws, another bit of a mounting bracket, and a stick with knobs on. That's it. This is the bit that I was excited to see because it's the bit that you do see. Set, temperature, rain, wind, barometer, alert, min, max, channel. That's a peel off face. It's quite heavy actually, it's a little bit heavier than I thought. Some little fold out legs. There's our quick start guide. I'd like to turn that on, but I just want to make sure I can turn it on. So the pole goes in there, the brackets go around it, installing the mountain, install the wind speed cup, installing the direction, mounting the wireless outdoor sensor, powering up the weather station, adjust the running level, use the bubble level indicator, unscrew the battery dot at the bottom, connect and cable, install batteries before removing this film. I need a little screwdriver, which they very kindly sent me. Wow, it is so hot and sweaty. Aha! So there is a battery pack in here, it's just left unconnected. So I can connect that like that, just a little push plug, and put the cover back on. Flashing light on the bottom, I've just seen. Take that off. So we can probably turn this on now then. Take the peel off. Oh, look at that. Ooh, just stand that there. AP. AP means it's in pairing mode. Remove before use. Position the screw with the flat, which I think I've done. Die. Thing. Been bitten. Get out of it. Go on. That thing just bit me on the back of the leg. It's actually drawn blood on the back of my leg. This is the problem with working outside under bright lights when it's dark. There's so many weird insects about. I'm not sure what these are, but they are the insects of the moment. There's thousands of them. Actually, made me bleed there, look. The flipping thing. Right, back to it. This is our mount, and this is, I am going to leave this till tomorrow because I'm hoping I can make a woodworking project out of that. And then this goes in there along with this, like that, and goes in there and bolts in, and it gives you a little bit of float. Hello, Bodie. Right, that's better. Like a drone. Just put some kind of clamp on that so it doesn't fall over. That's the cover for the mounting thing at the back. I don't need that now. This here is a little rainfall adapter, so when water falls in, I guess it fills a cup and then tips it, which signifies it's X number of millimeters, inches of rain. That just pushes in to a little there, that in there. That top then goes on there to capture the rain. That faces north. Wind speed indicator, wind direction indicator. And whilst we've been doing that, this has just sprung to life. So it's currently 33.8 degrees and 44% humidity. It says outside, but obviously it's inside at the moment. We've got no wind. If our temperature's pretty much the same because we're in and in. Light, that must be the light levels, and UVI. Time of day is not set yet. To work out how to do that, probably in the app. Barometer, rainfall, and then wind speed 3.6 kilometers. That's because I'm actually turning that by hand. And then wind direction, if I turn that round, at the moment it's pointing west. If I move that round to there, and it actually is moving. So I'm going to leave that there for this evening. I'm going to take my instructions in to have a read through, and then tomorrow, maybe tomorrow evening when it's cooler, it's going to be even hotter tomorrow, we'll find somewhere to install this, somewhere on the barn roof, but I might have to do a bit of woodwork to provide a mounting point. I'm really happy with that. I've got my little mounting bracket made, leisured, so I just need to mount the weather station on the top. I'm going to try and do as much in here as I can, then I don't have to spend too much time on the roof. Now when this goes on the roof, it's going the opposite way to what it's currently stuck to the bench on. So this face is facing north. This barn runs directly north south. That's north, that's south. So I need to just bear in mind when I mount it, the whole thing turns round. According to the instructions when I read these, if you live upside down, in other words in the southern hemisphere, there's a couple of little tweaks of the settings just to change orientation of all this so the solar panel faces the right way. It's also a little screwy I need to undo and just tweak it down depending on your latitude to make sure you're getting the proper amount of sunlight to power the device. So the first thing I need to do is just use a couple of bolts that are supplied to bolt these two things together. Then I can screw the entire thing to the face of there. And then once I get it mounted, it's a case of connecting it, or the receiver, to the internet via a phone or a tablet or a computer. I'm going to do it via my tablet. And then that just updates some preferences about where in the world you are. You just put your geolocation in, create a password and things like that. It'll set the time. At the moment everything's working on this screen, including the wind speed, whilst it was sat near the window, and that'll change once I get it connected to the computer. The computer will update all them settings and then we should be ready to go. Now, as I said last night, we are in the middle of a heatwave, a canicule in France, and the weather is pretty much the same until the weekend. Today's Tuesday. On Friday night, maybe Saturday, we've got storms forecast. So hopefully when these storms develop over the course of Friday and Saturday, we'll see what this station picks up. Hopefully we'll get some rain. I could do with some rain for the water, but so hopefully we'll get some rain so we can measure rain. Interested to measure the wind speed. I said a couple of weeks ago my friend had some trees blown down in a storm, so it'd be interesting to see what gust of winds we get and also the wind direction. But I suspect that from now till Friday, over the next 3 days, there's really going to be no change. The weather forecast suggests there's going to be no change. So there will be a link in the video description to this if you want to look at some more information. Plus there is a 5% discount code if you want to buy it. It's actually something I've been looking to buy for a while. I've got a little £5 version sat on the windowsill upstairs. Far more complicated and exciting. Okay, so we are pretty much mounted there. What I'm going to do is just turn this round so it's facing the right way now. And then I can just, with my little screwdriver that came with it, I can just tweak this around so that's pointing north, which is that way. I'll have to roughly level it. It's like a ginormous drone, doesn't it? So that's pretty much facing the right way. And this here, I just need to move it down to capture 40 degree sun. Once I get this mounted properly, I can just undo these 3 screws and just level it and then just move the thing around. Right, it is 34.1 degrees in here. I'm guessing once this goes outside it's going to be a little bit warmer. Be interesting to see when I get the workshop finished and insulated what the temperature differential is between out there and in here, especially on days like today, or inversely in winter. A bit like Wurzel Gummidge, I'll go and change my feet so I can go up the ladder. Way more level. See what happens. I think that's a worry here. As these lights, if I break these lights I'm in big trouble. Parfait. Oops. Might need a new bubble for my level. I'll send the paint director for the shop for a new bubble. The outdoor temperature's already kicked up a notch. flying around. Let's just the problem with recording 4K footage in hot direct sunshine is the camera keeps overheating. So come on then, Eve. We'll come back. Are you going that way now, are you? We've got a Wayward drone. Wowzer, it's hot. I'm going to show you the level. My train of thought's not doing very well at the moment. It's so hot, I'm just looking forward to going in. Okay, so there we go. So we're pointing north, which is up there towards this greenhouse. We're level, or as level as any joiner can actually manage. There's a bit of wind, and there's a bit of wind direction. That suggests it's coming from the west, which I would expect. Over there, the Bay of Biscay, and that's going round. We'll see if there's any more wind this afternoon. Chilly for lunch. Take the ladder down so we get the full effect. You know you're getting old when you start making noises like that. See what we've got. 34 degrees in here, 48% humidity, 37.9 outside, 41% humidity. The light value 116.4. I guess it means that there is no risk of bad light stops play. UVI is very high, yes, we know that. The forecast is sunshine with a bit of cloud. That's tomorrow, there's a bit of cloud. The time will set itself, hopefully, when we connect it to the computer. But I'm going to go and have a drink first because I'm absolutely boiling. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so whilst I've been having my lunch, I've just been having a little play with this inside. And I worked out how to set it manually. The actual display itself doesn't have an internal battery, but you can fit 3 AAA batteries to make it work without plugging it in. So I set it manually, I set the time and the date, but then bringing it back in here because I've unplugged it. Don't put batteries in, it's lost all that information. So I'm going to try and connect it to the internet now and see if I can make it pair with the Wi-Fi in the house. The range works well in here. I've got good internet coverage in the workshop. So I'm going to try and work it with my iPad. Now for it to work you need to be on a 2.4 gigahertz connection, which I am connected to my Starlink. And then there's a few little things we need to go through. Just need to find the relevant pages. First thing I need to do is actually put it into pairing mode, which is to tap and hold that and the branch right. So that's the pairing mode. That should be connected to the weather station now, just like connecting to a router. Here we go. Setup English, router 2.4, router passcode. And there we go, it's actually set itself now, 1st of July. The only thing is this, I think I need to, I don't want to set an alarm. Just set the language. Let's put it to French, see we're actually in France. And now that's done. Okay, so now we've set that up, just turn the lights off. So the outside temperature is a 38.7, the wind speed is 6.9 kilometres. The inside temperature in the workshop is 34. Forecast is sunshine and cloud, that does tally with what my phone app is telling me. The light is 101.4, which is an 8, very high UVI. Time, date, month, day, rainfall, nothing. And the relative. Now if you go through the temps, it feels like 43, the heat index is 43, the wind chill, there isn't any, the dew point is 20. The wind, the max gust is 7.1 kilometres, the wind's coming from 147 degrees, which is just sort of southeast, that's fine. 0.6 kilometers an hour with a gust of 3.1. Alert, I haven't set any yet, but I can set alerts for heat. So the max temperature so far outside is 41.2, inside it's 34. The minimum outside so far has been 38 and inside 29. And if you touch the top, it dims the lights. And then the rain down there, so far I've reset it. Event, rate, hourly, nothing, daily, weekly, monthly. Well, it's all been that because we haven't had any. So that's it. That's as much as I can do, but it's working perfectly. I'm going to mount it on the wall by just putting a screw in. There's a little hook in the back to fix it to the wall. And then just leave it and we'll just monitor it as the time goes on. You'll see this on the wall in the workshop. But we'll keep monitoring it, and hopefully, if the storms do roll in over the weekend, we'll monitor and see what we get in terms of wind speed, rainfall, things like that. So that'll be quite interesting. So we are forecast to receive a whopping 1 millimetre of rainfall today. And if this rain doesn't trigger the rain sensor on here, then we're not going to have any more rain for 10 days. It's not actually even wet the ground yet. Actually triggers this sensor. One thing we have found over the last few days, whilst it's been really hot, is we've had this in the bedroom and we've monitored the inside temperature against the outside temperature, which has allowed us to open and close the shutters and the windows just to air the house and try and cool the house down. This control is going to stay here now on the barn walls, so regular viewers of this channel will be able to see the weather reported on this over the next few weeks. But we're now in the first week of July and really might not get any more rain till September, October. The gardens are already looking parched. I think the hot weather came quite early this year. Thank you to Vevor for sending this product. The links are in the description, and I wish I had a little bit more extreme weather to show you, but that's the way of the world. So I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next week. See you. Bye.